A esta hora te conectas a una sola radio. Este es el sistema de emisoras Onda Digital en Colombia. Radio virtual, hecha por jóvenes, pensada por universitarios. Sistema de estaciones Onda Digital, un concepto diferente.
Hi, hello. Again with the podcast. Open Lingua presents the UCC podcast from the English Department, Medellin campus. My name is Enrique Alonso Cuellar Ochoa, English teacher from the English Department, UCC. With me in this special occasion, in this special moment, we have a Leila Paul, a fellow Fulbright from the United States.
Mm-hmm. Hi, my name is Leila. I'm from the US. I'm from Boston. I'm here with Fulbright, which is like a program between the US and Colombia for me to come here and help with teaching English and doing different activities. And yeah, I'm really excited. I've been loving my time here in Colombia.
So good. In this podcast, we are going to talk about the 4 most famous carnivals around the world, which are in Trinidad, Tobago, Mardi Gras in the United States, Rio Carnival in Brazil, and of course, the Barranquilla Carnival here in Colombia. But first, we have to say that this is our first podcast 2024. Last year we were recording 4 podcasts talking about different topics like music, food, migration, and of course this year we start with an exciting topic, which is carnivals. What do you think about it, Leila?
Yeah, I've had a long history of carnivals. I'm from another Latin country, which is Haiti, so I've known a lot about them. And in the recent years, I've been going to different carnivals. I've been to...
Which one have you been to? Which carnivals have you enjoyed?
I've been to the Mardi Gras one, and most recently I went to Barranquilla in February.
And how was your experience there?
Oh, I loved them both. It was a lot of fun. Actually, my friends came down from the US to come and celebrate with me in Barranquilla, so it was a lot of fun.
You were celebrating your party,
yeah.
your birthday party there.
Yes, it was so much fun. Have you been to any? Which ones have you been to, or which ones do you want to go to?
No, actually, I haven't been to any yet, but I would like to go there, of course. I would like to enjoy Carnival in Barranquilla, maybe in Rio. It will be great to go there, but I have to start planning to go there, because I think that we need not just money, we need more than that, time, and yes, we have to.
Yeah, especially for the one in Rio, because it's gaining more and more popularity. You have to plan in advance.
Did you wear something special there?
I think for all of them, it's just wearing very colorful clothing. For the Mardi Gras, they have special costumes sometimes, but we mostly saw the people wearing them. And I just wore purple or green and yellow. And then I got these necklaces that are very common in Mardi Gras.
People got you those necklace.
Yeah, so you can get them, you can buy them, or if when you're dancing in the street and people like the way you're dancing, they'll throw the necklaces onto you as well. So that's a lot of fun. It's like a little competition in the street. Is fun.
Yeah, who wins? The person who got them
most?
Yeah,
who wears the dresses or who has the best costume, they'll win the necklaces.
That's good. Did you dance there?
Of course. For Barranquilla, not much dancing during the carnival, because you're watching the parade happen, but at night they have parties and stuff where you can go dance in the street, by la calle. So that was a lot of fun. And for Mardi Gras, it was dancing all day, but it's a different type of music, so it's not the same as in Barranquilla, which is more salsa.
That's good, yeah. But you like those kind of music?
I mean, I know them. So they're American music, so I know the music, but they had different parts. One of them was more rhythm and blues, other one was jazz, then there was some rap and hip hop, and then there was also even a Latin part, and my friends and I really enjoyed the Latin one.
That's good. Okay, tell me, what about the history? And do you know something about that? The history of those carnivals?
Yeah, so I grew up like knowing that the carnivals are used to start off Lent, which is like the Catholic holiday that sort of like commemorates or remembers the 40 days that Jesus spent in the desert alone fasting. And it usually starts after Ash Wednesday, which is, and then during this time, like people give up certain things like eating meat or something, just like Jesus did to show like their commitment to God as well.
That's something funny, no? Because it's too much party, too much carnival, yeah. But all those parties, all those like carnivals, are set like in a special religious date. Yeah.
But they're not at all religious. You can see that with the costumes and like the music and dancing. It's not at all religious, but I think it's mostly now, like since it's been so far removed, so a lot of people are moving away from religion. It's just supposed to commemorate the culture and traditions and things that people have there.
Yeah, tradition and customs that are very important for all cultures. Yeah. Okay, and let me see then here. I never have been in those kind of carnivals, but I have seen many videos about, yes, and I have seen like costumes and things. Are they expensive? What do you think?
Oh yeah, very expensive. I know that for the Caribbean ones, people spend thousands of dollars and months building them because they're very intricate. They have like a lot of them have like wings motifs where each one is like special feathers and like all the different stuff, and you have to like fit them to your body because you're dancing for hours, so it needs to be comfortable, it needs to fit well, so it takes a lot of time to design and then build them as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what about like the floating? Yeah,
The
those
floats,
things, because they spend a lot of time like designing and making each part like like they want to make that thing like big, huge, yes, but beautiful at the same time.
So a lot of them I think have moved on to being a lot of businesses that do it, so they have the money to do it. But then there's also like ones for pageants, like women who have like won awards, and I saw that a lot in Barranquilla. So there would be like a queen or la reina for something, and she would go and then they have it. And I know in Brazil they have the biggest floats, I believe, in the world, and like these ones are so intricate that they move, like they'll have like birds that are like flapping their wings.
What is the name of that special place they use? It's kind of like that big scenario where they like make like the fight of the dancers.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I forget the name of it. In Brazil, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, but
I forget the name.
Yeah, that is interesting place because I think that they are like fighting but just dancing.
Yeah.
With enjoying things.
Is it Capoeira? I don't remember, but I don't know. I don't remember seeing that in the videos I've seen of Brazil, but I know like I've seen more of like samba and stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you think that this carnival has like similarities between them?
Yeah, they all have the same thing. Like there is a parade. People are dressed up in very colorful costumes. They're singing and dancing in the streets. It's just different to reflect the different countries.
Yeah, they celebrate these things out of the street, dancing and singing music, maybe different kind of music in each place, but wearing different kind of costumes too, but they look alike a little bit, no?
Yeah, I mean, we all have like similar stories behind our culture, behind our countries, so I think that's kind of a reflection of it. Each country is kind of like a mix of the African people that were there that were formerly slaves, as well as like a mixture of like the different European countries that had colonized them. And I think like the music and the traditions are sort of reflecting the history that each country has, and then like it's kind of like the music especially is showing like the freedom and enjoyment that some of the slaves were trying to have and remember from their past lives in Africa as well.
Yes, because these countries were colonized by different European countries, such as, I don't know, when we talk about Mardi Gras, they have like French roots, yes, and when we talk about Trinidad and Tobago, they have those English roots, and I think that those roots are very like deep in the culture, yes. And what about Brazil? They were colonized by
the Portuguese
people. And here in Colombia, we celebrate that carnival, yes, based maybe in Spanish traditions, but they are all the time talking about slaves and how they like surrender from that thing.
Yeah, all the music is sort of a reflection of African styles that have just been changed a little bit to fit this one. So like in Mardi Gras, Black people started jazz and blues as well as other types of music across the US, but specifically in that area it's more jazz and blues. In Rio it's like samba. In Trinidad it's like soca, or also dancehall, which is more North Caribbean. And then in Barranquilla you guys have cumbia and salsa as well.
Yeah, cumbia and salsa, that is the one that we enjoying here. But I think that those kind of music are so good too, like jazz. Imagine, I never have like been in a place where you can listen jazz or blues, but the real music.
Yeah.
Yes, in there are, I imagine that there are like those tiny bars.
But it's the same
like,
thing as here in Colombia. Like if you want to listen to salsa, you can go and listen. There's like different salsa stuff. But for us, it'd just be jazz. But it's not all over the U.S. It's be specifically in the Louisiana quarter.
In Louisiana, yes. And always is Mardi Gras is based in that kind of music. Or there are another kind of music in parades.
I think now like things are becoming more universal. So I know that there was a lot of controversy actually in the Trinidad one because they were playing African music during the during the soca carnival, and a lot of people were upset because they're like, this is our carnival, like we should listen to our music, we shouldn't listen to other people's music. So I think that's like kind of like a big thing going on now, is trying to keep the traditions intact while also like honoring other types of music as well.
Yeah. But I think it's good too, because maybe in that way they can be like open mind, yes, not with just like music, maybe with traditions, because maybe we don't talk about here a lot of about food, but I think it's another thing that maybe in those kind of carnivals are like very like established, set, no?
Yeah, I mean it's just like if, for example, in the Barranquilla one, instead of listening to salsa, we listen to like reggaeton or, you know, American music, you know, people wouldn't be that happy about listening to other music, you know? So I think that's kind of it. But the food, I think, is still pretty much the same, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes part of the roots, in those kind of things. Like always, we can see like those little sellers. How do you say it?
The vendors?
The
Or
vendors.
like the
yeah.
street food?
Yes. Okay, and what about costumes? They also look very similar. I know they take a lot of time to like to design. Yes. When you wear those kind of costumes there in
I haven't. They're
Barranquilla,
too expensive. I just wear regular clothes.
but you design something for you.
Maybe like the outfit. Like I'll just like get a shirt that's like very colorful so I can look like I am trying. But it's too expensive. I think I remember one time Rihanna went to the one in Trinidad and Tobago, and it turned out that she like spent like $100,000 on the costume.
$100,000 just for one costume?
Yeah. Because
God.
it's like jewels and like diamonds and everything like that, and the wings are like individually you have to put all the feathers on there.
And it's just for that parade?
Just for that parade. It's just like the kind of like the Victoria's Secret fashion show, but for Carnival.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that there are people that spend not just like maybe their saves for that. Yeah, they think all the year long because of that carnival. Okay, and tell me which one was the best for you? Yeah, you were in Barranquilla and you were too in Mardi Gras. Yeah.
So I enjoyed both of them. I enjoyed both of them. I think they were very different experiences. For Mardi Gras, I went during my spring break, which is like a college tradition, where you get like a week off, kind of like Semana Santa. Yeah. And a lot of people travel. And I went with my friends, and there was a lot of other college students, so we were out and having fun and dancing, and I really got to enjoy the time with my friends. And then in Barranquilla, I was with the other Fulbrighters, and we were also celebrating my birthday. And my friends, so it's just two very different experiences. Yeah, two very different experiences. But I really would like to go to the ones in Brazil and Trinidad and Tobago, because I know like those are very big and more reflective of my own culture. So I think that would be really nice. Well, at least the Trinidad and Tobago one, not the Brazil one.
The Brazil one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. It's so good to know things about those kind of carnivals, because in that kind of way we are like understanding cultures too. Yes.
Yeah.
And it will be great maybe that we can continue talking about different topics in our next podcast, because this talks about like the diversity that we have, even in here at the university. Yes. Do you know that here at the UCC we have people from all around the country? Yes. And maybe this is like a great invitation to like hold our roots and maybe start talking about important facts that maybe all we can share. Yes.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how people celebrate Carnival differently, even in Colombia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. In this moment, we are like finishing our first podcast in 2024, talking about carnivals, different carnivals around the world. Yes. And mostly in the Antilles and South America, and of course in United States. Yeah, it's all for all today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Caminando juntos, dejamos huella, cultura viva de una tierra que prospera. Hoy escribimos nuevas historias.